Welcome to the Lion's Den. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, what's happening? What's good?
Shit.
What's popping? He doesn't
Hold
know what he's doing with his camera. This is something live. We're doing live. This is a pilot. I guess it's a pilot. It is a pilot. It's a pilot. It's a pilot episode of the live podcast of the Lions Den. Lions Den podcast.
It's pre-recorded, but
Pre-recorded,
you know,
but we're doing
we
it
got
live.
the
Yeah.
we got the visual effect.
We got the visuals. I am Moneycompton. That is Mike O. He's down.
man.
Up, down, down, down. So he's
I'm
down.
but
Yeah.
it's all
Anywho's.
good. Yeah.
So, we're back. It is the first episode of 2020.
Second, isn't it? No, wait.
Second.
I don't even know, dude.
I think it's the first episode
you know
of the
what?
decade.
Just roll with it. It's the first of the 2020. Let's go.
Yeah, it's the first episode of the decade. I think. If not, it's definitely the second. So it's either one or two.
You know
Maybe
that
so.
argument? The argument is it's not really the start of the decade yet.
Whatever. What is it? 2021 is when the new decade starts. Technically.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I've heard that before. Let's see. So we've done the intros. We've gone over who we are. This is the Lions Den
podcast.
Lions Den podcast, available on all platforms. So tell 3 friends. You know what I'm saying? Greatly appreciate it. What's on tap? So I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I'm a little under the weather. Just been traveling left and right. I feel like I don't even know like where I'm sleeping in my head at the next. Like,
Do you know what day it is?
bro, like I'm not even gonna lie. So since I've been out sick, like I've been thinking like every day is the next day. So if I thought if Tuesday was Tuesday, I was thinking it was Wednesday. So like today, I've been thinking it's Friday the whole time. So
I wish it was, man. I wish it was.
for like the last 5 days, it's been a freaking Friday for me. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it. So so I apologize ahead of time. I am a little under the weather. So Michael, he's got
You know
me.
what? I'm on a little bit of a lack of sleep, but you know what? We're gonna
We
make
gonna
it
roll
work.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna
the
run it.
Lions Den. We make it work.
So what we got on tap today, man? I know we got an action-packed show, man. So what's going
Well,
on,
you
bro?
know what? Hey, I wanted to follow up with you. I saw that you went to the CES event. So, hey, I never been to one. So let me
Yeah.
the details, man. How'd they go?
Yeah, so CES, for those who don't really know what it is, because I know some people on my Instagram follow me at Moneycompton. That is Mike O Mania at Instagram.
That's me.
That's him. So Moneycompton. So CES is actually the abbreviated version, or it is abbreviated for the Consumer Electronics Show. It is actually the biggest. It's not actually open to the public. So basically, all of your big time electronic companies such as Samsung, GoPro, Nintendo Switch, all the way up to the WWE had, I believe Becky Lynch was a keynote speaker. Terry Crews was also a keynote speaker. So basically, it is all of the electronics that we utilize, from smart TVs to our cell phones, to our cell phone accessories, to video game accessories, VR, things that can help us in the house, such as Roomba,
Roomba.
Roomba.
What's that? Sounds like some dance routine.
It is
What's a Roomba?
Roomba is like the little house, the little vacuum joint, the little remote, the robot.
Oh, the robot vac.
Yes, so it's
Okay.
called a Roomba. I think it's called a Roomba. So they have things like
Awesome.
that. So it's actually not open to the public. It's invitation only. The press has their only one day, where the press can go in there and play with all the toys and things.
How'd you get an invite?
I'm Moneycompton. No, no. In all honesty, I do work for University of Nevada, Las Vegas, aka UNLV. It was my understanding. Well, it's not my understanding. UNLV actually had a booth at CES this year. I think it had something to do with their engineering department. So since UNLV had a booth, they basically opened it up to all staff members to be able to technically say that we're there to support the university. But to be
You're
honest,
there to have fun, though, to look at everything else, right?
so I'm pretty sure my manager's listening to this, but I mean, this is me legit keeping it 100. So what I was actually there for was actually to kind of look for a new cloud-based ticketing system for our actual office. So I was actually looking for some type of ticketing cloud-based, Jira, just naming a couple of examples out there, to kind of see what was out there so that it could be possibly be beneficial for our office. I ain't find nothing, bro. Like, I ain't find nothing. I told her the next day. I looked, didn't find really too much. So it is what it is. So it's actually a dope thing. So you actually see things that are way like not even in like a lot of prototype items, things that aren't even open to the public. So like I said, when it's not open to the public, Michael, like there were some exhibits that I saw where you couldn't even pull your camera phone out to film what you were looking at.
Oh, they didn't let you?
No, yeah. So they had a couple of the things that were people were able to see me on Instagram, like those are stuff that I was able to kind of capture. But there was a lot of things that like they was like, nah, bro, like don't even pull your camera phone out, else we're gonna ask you to leave the building. So some of the highlights that I can definitely let you guys know that I saw like that was kind of that caught my eye was drones. Like, bro, drones are coming. Like they're coming. Yeah, they're coming. Like anything from the size of a freaking, I don't know, a 50-pound dog size all the way up to something as small as an iPhone 11, bro. Like they're just different very sizes. A lot of cool things that I saw as far as CES went was health as well. Health, so such as massage chairs. So actually, if you go over here in my man cave, that's actually a massage chair. But they have like a lot of different, like more advanced massage chairs that are probably running around anywhere between 5 to 6 racks, where they were just state of the art, zero gravity, recliner. They rock you to sleep, kind of thing. Helps people with anxiety, lack of sleep. If you're a person that has anxiety before, like me, for instance, like I have to sit in my massage chair before I go to sleep to kind of just relax me and calm me down. Like they had those that were kind of preset. They had stuff that kind of stretched you out as well to stretch your legs out, where the bottom portion of your feet kind of stretches you out. I ended up, they even had those new, I don't know if you've seen them recently, those massage guns. Like,
never heard.
Okay. So a lot of athletes are using like these massage guns. It looks like a gun, but it's just like a highly rotating, a high decibel, just vibrate, just a percussion just going all up and down. I'm pretty sure you've seen it on Instagram, and since we're talking about it, it'll be on your Instagram ad feed now. So
and Facebook as well, right?
yeah.
Never fails.
It never fails, bro. So there was that was out there. But here's something that kind of like I can't even put it into words, bro. But this is like outside of drones, like they had so many different vendors that had this, and it's something straight out of a James Bond movie, bro. Like so, picture like 2 propellers. And you hold on to it and you go underwater and it basically like you hold on to it like it's like a little mini underwater speedboat, bro. Like so it helps scuba divers up to an hour underwater extra, so you're not really burning as much oxygen by swimming. Like the thing basically swims for you if you're a snorkeler. You're able to snorkel even longer down under, while you're looking at certain fish and stuff. Bro, they had like a good 6 stations of that, man.
Nice.
So
what was your favorite? Out of everything there? What was your favorite? What were some highlights?
So the highlights was definitely that James Bond swimming thing.
Okay.
That was, bro, you've seen them in James Bond movies. It's like, bro, like that's really there. They had a lot of stuff for. Here's something that was pretty dope. So picture your bathroom mirror. This is by far. I'm not really a makeup person. Well, I'm not a makeup person, but for our female viewers or female listeners to the podcast, or males, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So our makeup connoisseurs, I should say, people who are into makeup. So picture your bathroom mirror with like a small, I don't know, 8 to 9 inch TV screen embedded in the mirror, so you can watch your TV shows while looking at the mirror, and then also let's just say. The mirror basically scans your whole body, and let's just say you want to set a goal of, I don't know, I want to lose 50 pounds in 6 months, just ballpark numbers. The mirror will basically take all of the analytics of your body, it scans it, and it basically tells you, see, here's some of the tips that you should be doing to help you get on track.
How accurate is that though?
I don't know. So
that's kind of crazy, man.
So I know that TV screens in the mirror are already in like some productions here in Las Vegas at some of these hotels. So I already know that's in production. But as far as like the analytics, as far as being able to pick up the data off of your body to say, hey, these are some of the things that you should be doing to lose weight, I'm not too sure how how that's really. I don't know like how far is it? How far along are they? So you have that, and then also, let's just say you're a person that's trying to put on makeup. It gives you like tips on what you're supposed to be doing or how to apply it or what you should be applying and things like that. So I think to me that was the dopest thing out there because it's like, dang, you got all of these like highlights and things that can work for you. Even if like you have this mirror, you're not a makeup person. If you want to lose weight or if you're trying to keep your weight down, it gives you tips on how to do it. Or if you're someone like me that gets ready and you have your TV blasting in your bedroom, so you want to hear what's going on as far as the news and the weather, yada, 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 and you're not running outside with your toothbrush in your mouth or whatever, you got your TV screen right there in the mirror that's got all the information right there. So, um,
How much is that?
so
Do
a
they
lot
have
of
a
these
price?
things, they didn't have a lot of prices on some of this
Ah.
stuff. So, but some of the things were on sale. So the massage chairs were on sale. I think some of the drones were on sale as well.
Yeah, drones are the future, I feel like.
I know. I was just telling someone I kind of want a drone after I purchase a home to kind of take aerial pictures and things like that. And
Yeah.
just because I have space to actually have a drone now in my yard, I kind of want to have one. But
You're still in your old spot right now, right?
I'm still in my old spot, so I
Okay.
close. I actually should be moving sometime in February, actually. So
Cool, man. Congrats.
thank you, thank you. So yeah, CES is very, very dope. Super duper like grateful to even go because like this is like some Chris Tucker G14 classified stuff. Like it ain't open to the public. It's literally invitation only. And like I said, there was a lot of places where cameras were restricted. So
Any celebrities or like big names that were there?
so I actually met Clyde Drexler. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh,
of
okay.
him. So he's a
Yeah,
Hall
yeah.
of Fame basketball player, top 50 NBA basketball player. So
Yep.
he was actually with Arcade Up, I believe is who they call. I don't know if you heard of them.
Arcade Up.
So Arcade Up are the people that have kind of brought out the retro arcade style gaming. So like if you saw Walmart, you see like Tetris, like the old school like laundromat video games.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those about like at Walmart or GameStop and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I seen them. Yep.
So they're making it like they're kind of making those like popular. So they're having them like install like you can buy them at Walmart for a couple $100 and have your own little arcade set up in your own home. So he was with them. So I actually got to I got a basketball signed by him and also got to take a picture with him. I saw him, Becky Lynch, WWE Raw's Women's Divisions champion.
Oh, is it Raw? Yeah, I guess it
Raw,
is, huh? Yeah.
Raw. So she was a keynote speaker. Terry Crews was a keynote speaker. I forgot who the other keynote speakers were. But I mean, outside of like the technology thing, like I didn't. I mean, it could have been somebody that was a freaking billionaire next to me, and I wouldn't
You wouldn't
know.
know, huh?
Nah.
Oh,
So
there was a WWE booth?
there was a WWE booth. I actually didn't get to go to it. The way the convention was set up, they basically had. So a lot of people don't realize like Vegas is probably the number one capital for convention space. Like I kid you not, there's probably 6 different convention centers here in Las Vegas, and they took up all of them. So literally, basically every convention spot was taken up due to CES. So like I was at the main convention hub, and I think WWE was at like the Mandalay Bay one, which is like legit probably 15 minutes away without any traffic. And then now we're incorporating traffic, parking. Like it was just a nightmare. So I kind of just stayed put where I was at and just kind of stuck out there. So I mean, it was pretty cool though.
And it was just a 1 day thing, or was it?
It was actually a whole week. It was a whole week,
whole
but
week.
the way my office was set up, I was supposed to go for 2 out of the 4 days, but we were so short staffed. And then I ended up having to take an emergency trip back to the Bay Area this past weekend. So I had to use Friday as a travel day. I only got to go for 1 day. So, and it wasn't even a full day. So it was from like 10 to about 4. I stayed there till. So it was good enough for me to be in the main convention center to know what I was doing and kind of got to take a look. They even used like our staff parking lot at our job. They even had like automotive cars, like self-driving cars out there as part of the convention. So like that's
Dude, that scares me though. That the self-driven cars, that
I'm
crap
digging
scares
it, bro. Like
You like it?
I want one, bro.
I don't know if I trust it, man.
I don't know if I trust enough where I'd be sleeping in it, but I'm down to just be like, yo, let me just take my hands off the whheels, kind of
How does insurance work with that? That's what I'm thinking.
That's I had a class maybe 2 years ago, and I forgot what kind of class it was. It was like a ethics class or it was some type of class in college. And they were saying within the next 20 years, auto insurance is going to be a thing of the past because every car is going to be pretty much auto driven, like auto driven capability. So auto insurance won't really be a thing that you're going to necessarily need because why should you have auto insurance for a car that drives itself? So
Yeah,
it's almost
so the car needs the auto insurance.
pretty much.
The robot.
So I don't know if that's going to be tied into your home or whatever, but that's what this one theory was, but that's like, I don't know, 2040 or 2041. So
Probably a little ways from now.
I think so. But yeah, I'm really intrigued off of it. Just because I do like to drive, but at the same token, I don't like to I don't know if I trust a car for me to actually doze off and take a nap. But
I know for sure I wouldn't.
I'm not down for it. But if I was driving from like Vegas to San Francisco, which is about an eight and a half hour drive, depending on traffic, I would be totally down for like 2 hours just to be able to chill in between like Barstow to Bakersfield and just kind of take my hands off the wheels and let the car do itself. Like I'm totally down for that.
Yeah.
Or even like when you start creeping up towards South City, when you start hitting that San Francisco traffic where you're not, gassing and braking. Like I'd be down for that. But
I think I would trust it. Yeah, to your point, like from the Bay Area going to like SoCal, where there's that one for a long time, it's just a straight shot down. Yeah, exactly. I would probably trust the auto drive car a little bit.
Yeah,
doing that because it's such a basic route. It's just straight shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But in like if I don't know, just thinking of a car like that in San Francisco with all this traffic, all this congestion, just freaks me out.
I wouldn't do it in the city. Like I wouldn't drive from like my house to work. Like hell no.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking like it's the most extreme situation. I'm like, man, I wonder how it would perform. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I know Cadillac already has a car that basically drives itself for long distances, and it even like does traffic. But as far as like in the city, it doesn't do that. I think Tesla does, but I'm not too sure. I don't really know too much about Teslas, man. So don't get me to start lying about that.
I don't really know either. So I'm not even gonna act like I know. I mean,
me neither.
The thing that's cool though that you mentioned was like the health and fitness aspect, like and how technology. I mean, look, like just like what we have on our wrists, man, it does so much. And yeah. It's just gonna get crazier, man. Just what they come up with.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what this year was really geared towards was health and fitness, and being more aware of like your health and with in tune with your body, and the days of like even having a personal trainer, like you don't really necessarily need one. I feel like it, which I guess kind of segues into our next subject. Does it?
It could, yeah. I mean, we want to talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about this.
So yeah, it kind of going back to the CES, like they were really, really gearing towards just self, fitness, health, and things like that. So, it's kind of almost like I personally don't think you need a personal trainer. You got things like Peloton. You got the DVDs. What's the DVD thing?
The home DVD. There's a bunch, man. You got like the Beachbody on demand. You got DDP. He has DDP yoga.
Yeah, DDP yoga.
There's a lot of the Jillian Michael. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, there's such an infinite amount of.
A nice grab bag full of DVDs. Hell, even YouTube. Like you can legit YouTube like. I mean, you can use YouTube just as Google, like, yo, I want to lose weight. Or how do I lose weight for beginners? Like
there are a few channels on YouTube that I do follow, like just not necessarily for like the routine, but just advice. Like there's this one guy on there, the channel's ATH Lean X. I think his name Jeff Cavalier's his name. He trains a lot of baseball players, football players. Sheamus is on there, Cesaro, like he trains a lot of professional wrestlers. Sting, actually, when Sting when he went in the Hall of Fame, right? Yeah, when he was in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, when he did his speech, that dude was there, and he actually shouted him out for helping him get into shape to get in the ring at his age. So yeah, follow him. There's different resources nowadays. YouTube especially. Of course, you have the good the good resources on YouTube, and then you got the channels are a little suspect, so you just kind of gotta use a little intuition really to see which one's like legit and which ones are kind of You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let me ask you this one then. So I've been actually kind of on the fence on Peloton. Like I kind of not like the
You got the
exercise.
money? You got
I
the money for it?
No, I'm not talking about a bike, but actually just the
Okay.
Peloton app where
The
you I think you
program?
pay Peloton program. So I've been kind of like on the fence about that because they got everything from yoga, kettle weights, medicine balls, just going out on a run. Like, how are you with? I guess it kind of falls in with like the DVDs and things like that.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
I'm kind of,
DVDs, I mean, speaking of like technology, DVDs kind of a thing in the past, you know
it
what I
is
mean?
obsolete, bro.
Like DDP yoga. I did DDP yoga. I got it when he first released the DVDs. Now you have DDP yoga on demand where he has an iOS and an Android app and you literally do a subscription based type of situation too.
How much is
Just
it?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I will tell you though, I liked it, but the thing is, I'm really into like I like weightlifting.
I feel it.
That's where I'm like have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel it.
I won't force myself out of bed to do it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Cardio and yoga. I mean, yoga's fun. I don't know that much about it, but when I did do the DDP yoga, it was very beneficial, like just in terms of flexibility and stretching. But yeah, as we were saying, a lot of stuff right now is either on DVD or it's transitioned to streaming, like a streaming service. Everything's
Right.
a streaming service now, but yeah,
Absolutely.
even fitness at this point. And I mean, there are pros and cons. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Right.
I will say, just personally, just I don't know how much experience you have with like these home workouts. Have you done it?
Slim and well, it's very very slim. I've done a couple of yoga beginners just
Yeah,
because I was when I was actually on my first deployment to Iraq, I was like into yoga, bro. Like I was all like in it, like hot yoga, like
yeah.
yoga beginning for yoga for beginners. Like I was in it, bro. So I wanted to kind of get back in it, and so I was on YouTube, which it was kind of free. They had this one guy. I think his videos were about 7 to 9 minutes long. So he was like, "Hey, these are 3 basic stretches that you should be doing every day for this."
Cobra
Yeah,
autos,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Downward facing dog, all that good stuff. So it was like a good 7 to 9 minutes. So I started looking at this Peloton joint, and it was the Peloton. What's it called again?
Was it
Just the app,
I think
not
it's just
the.
called Peloton, isn't it?
I think it's just called Peloton, like
Yeah,
Peloton Power. So I've been looking at that because I'm like,
I will verify for you. Yeah,
Google it. So
yeah.
I kind of want to go to that just because this it's
Well, it's
called.
backwards, but it's Peloton live workout classes.
There you go. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. So,
Yep.
but hell, I mean, I hate running. Like I've always hated running, even when I was in the military.
I hate
Like
running too.
I hate running, bro. Like it's just like I'd rather buy a bicycle, bro, and go biking out here. Like, and I would be
100%.
biking, bro.
Yeah.
But but I lost my train of thought. Crap.
Well, just in terms of like doing like a home workout, you're talking about
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about Peloton.
Because I'm about I'm about to actually lose like gym facilities here at my condo, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
moving
because you're
into.
moving.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
moving, and I'm like, I don't want to get up at the butt crack of dawn to beat all the students out at the rec center, and I don't want to stay at work late. So I'm like, okay, what are some alternatives that I can start doing? So I'm looking at the Peloton home joint, but it's like, all right, do I need to start buying a kettlebell? Do I need to start? So I got to
That's the
start figuring
thing, right?
out. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like, so here's the grimy thing about it. They give you a little free week, like they'll give you a little trial. So like they'll give you
DDP
7 day.
yoga too. They give you like a week. I'm like,
But
yeah,
they don't give you Pandora's box. They don't give you everything that you necessarily need to be like, do you need it or not? So
yeah.
then you pay for it, and then you're like, all right, like this is Bootsy. I don't really need it, and then you just keep paying for it, paying for it, paying for it. So I rather know what I'm getting up front than just getting some stupid trial version where you ain't getting nothing out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think Beachbody is probably the most versatile. I mean, I know that there's like a multi-level marketing aspect to it
Oh,
now because
word,
it's so successful now. They have all these like health coaches,
word.
and then they try to recruit health coaches to go under them. Then there's a whole supplements that they have now, like the Shake and Shakeology, I think it's called. So there is a whole multi-level marketing aspect to their whole structure. But
Okay.
I will say their programs are pretty legit. I mean, they have so much variety. You know what I mean? Like they have a yoga thing. They got like a beginner's yoga thing, I think, and then they got a regular yoga. They got Pilates. They have like some mixed martial arts based like stuff,
Really?
and yeah, and something some workouts require equipment, but others you don't need any equipment. So that's the cool thing. But DDP yoga I really like.
Okay.
I really like it. I mean, you don't need much at all. I mean, it's just unique. I mean, it's way different for me because I was always focused, even as a kid, into like just you know lift weights. You know
Slanging
what I'm
and
saying?
banging, slanging and banging,
Exactly,
clanging and
exactly.
banging. Yeah.
Clanging and banging.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just a different perspective because in DDP yoga, it's a lot of like resistance, like using your own strength to resist. Like there's like this
Really?
movement that he does where you're pushing, you're holding yourself back, but you're trying to push at the same time. So
Really?
it's different. It's different, and then the flexibility there too.
I
And
gotta
I
look
mean,
into it, bro.
yeah, definitely, and yeah, do your 1 week trial, man.
Yeah, I gotta look into it because even watching Dynamite last night, this dude's 56 years old. He's jumping off of the freaking top rope in a
Yeah.
pile. I mean, granted, I think it was like 8 people that caught him, but still, like, buddy's 56 years old and he looks pretty darn good. And he's able
Yeah, DDP. Oh yeah, you talking about on ADW yesterday?
yeah, like he looks
Yeah, bro.
pretty darn good to be 56 years old.
Yeah. With back problems. Remember that.
Back problems. He's actually able to rehabilitate a lot of like wrestlers that have gone through that black
Yeah.
hole where they kind of OD'd and
Yeah.
the black hole of wrestling. Like he's been able to save a lot of people off of his DDP yoga as well too. So I mean,
AJ does it on it. Jericho does it. A lot of them actually do
Jericho
it.
need to do a little bit more than some yoga, bro.
He needs to do more than yoga. See, that's
He
the
got
thing.
to
Like,
do more.
from my personal experience, I can never like lose weight. Like, I don't know about lose weight, but basically, with the heart rate, I can't. I mean, it does go up, but it doesn't go as up as like going for a run or
Right.
or lifting
I'd
some
rather do
weights.
yoga than go on a run.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, no
Yeah.
question, no question.
No bueno, right?
I hate running, man, and it's bad on your shins, bro.
Yeah, and your
You know what I'm saying?
knees.
Yeah. So, if anything, I have an elliptical in my garage, and I prefer the
Yeah,
elliptical is the ultimate cheat code, man. I swear.
for sure.
It's like no impact, but it gets you a good workout, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Or a bike. I'm always down for a bike.
Like yeah, it's all on how you use it. Like the bike, you can go lazy on it, or you can go hard and really get a good workout.
I feel
But
it, bro.
but in terms of like those at home workouts, there's definitely pros and cons, right? So
Yeah.
I think like the main pros that I can think of, especially from personal experiences, the convenience factor. We were talking about it. I think the prior episode, remember we were like talking crap about, we're in this little tight space, and then these people
Yeah.
like that. But that's kind of cool. Like you can do it wherever, whenever. It's
Right.
just whenever you want to. So, and then, but at the same time, I personally prefer a gym membership, and you know why? If I'm just relying on these at home workouts, well, guess what, man? I'm at home. I could do this workout, but I got that PlayStation 4 connected to TV. Maybe I'll do that instead. You know what I'm saying?
What about a VR?
VR?
That get you off your butt and kind of.
Yeah, that could. But I'm just saying, like.
Side note, how do you feel about have you used the PlayStation VR yet?
No, I haven't. Have
So
you?
I owned it when it first came out. So that was
owned it, so you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, bro.
So I kind of know where
looking back at it, I wish I probably should have kept it. But when I first saw, if the VR came out 16 or 17, I think right around then, 16 or 17. 16, I think, is when it came out.
Yeah.
I got it. It was dope. Like, I'm not trying to knock it or anything, but there was a couple of games where I was just like, bruh, I can't. It's just too much for me. And there was this one game that I really, really wanted to get. And it was like the space, like fighter jet game. Bruh, that thing, I've never had a video game that made me motion sickness, and that thing did.
Made you motion sick? Really?
Yes, bro. Yeah,
Jeez.
I could only play it probably like 5 minutes at a time. Like that's how bad it was. Like you could feel the G forces and stuff like that. And I was like, I can't do it. So, and then on top of that, when I got it, there just wasn't a lot of content.
Yeah.
And like the Batman game, like I felt like that was the biggest ripoff known to mankind. Like, granted, it was only $20, but bro, you was done in that game in like literally one sitting.
I
Like
never
it was,
played it, so it's that quick, really?
bro. Like I kid you not, you could finish the game in 45 minutes, if that.
Oh, that's a lot of replay value.
It's no replay value at all.
Yeah, that's garbage.
So, so like I'll even walk you like I remember it. So basically, all you do is like
It's so short, you remember the whole game.
I remember the
That's
whole game,
great.
bro. So like you get in and you go to Wayne Manor, like you're in Wayne Manor. You
Yeah.
hit the little like you do the little bat like you hit on the keyboard or the piano. You go down, you're going in the elevator and you start suiting up as Batman, and then you got to hit a grapple gun to figure out if you want to take the Batmobile or the Batjet. Then you go investigate a crime scene, and then like you go to another place, and then next thing you know, like the Joker comes out of nowhere, and that's the end of the game. Like that's the
Do you
plot,
even
bro.
fight Joker or just
No, you don't fight nobody, bro.
Really?
Yeah, you like analyze one crime scene. That was it, bro. Bro, it's like, bro. Go on YouTube, and I guarantee you that the video is no longer than 35 minutes, bro.
The walkthrough video is like 30
Bro,
minutes for the whole game.
The whole game is probably 30 minutes, bro.
Nah.
Like, I'm not even lying. There's
Yeah.
no replay value in that game whatsoever. So if they made like an actual game off of it, I'd have been like, yeah, that's dope. But I was so disappointed, man. So
Well, how are the VR games now though compared to when
I don't know. I don't know.
I've never really looked into it that much. I've never even had a VR headset before. I never tried any VR stuff before. So I don't even.
I don't even know if I want to buy one. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not ready for that. I don't think.
if somebody gave it to me for free, I don't even know if I'd want one.
Really, I take almost anything for free, but I take it for free. Come on, man. Really? I mean, hey, look, just like our discussion last time, if you got it for free, you can always sell it.
Yeah, you could. You could. Yeah, I think I'd try it again. Actually, I would try it again. Actually,
How much is a PS VR cost though?
I don't know. So here's the thing: like, what are they going to do now since the PlayStation 5 is coming out this year?
Will it be compatible?
Well, I don't know. Like PlayStation 1 all the way up to PlayStation 5 games are going to be reverse compatible. So
Yeah, so the VR, because the VR is an actual device, right? So
it's a device that you like. It's a lot,
Headset.
bro.
right?
It's a lot. So it's a headset, but it's like another little like mini little console that you have to hook up to your PlayStation.
You need a PlayStation in order to.
Yeah.
Okay, so
PlayStation VR. So
Okay.
VR comes with like another little like it looks like a mini PlayStation 4.
okay.
It's exact like it's a scaled down model, and basically it's just a whole bunch of HD. It's like an HDMI port hub. So like one goes into the VR, the other one goes into the PS4, and then the PS4 somehow goes into your TV, and then something else needs to go to the VR headset.
Why do the? Now I'm wondering why do you go the PlayStation route for the VR? There's tons of other options out there too, right?
Yeah, you got the Oculus.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know actually off the top
There's
of my
this
head.
other one that's popular. but I can't-
Samsung.
Yeah. And then there's this other brand. I can't think of it off the top
Probably
of my.
Oculus, right? Oculus.
No, that's another one. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like $700. Yeah.
Hell
I'm
no.
a G, dude. So I guess in that case, I mean, the PlayStation VR can't cost that much, but you also have to buy the PlayStation.
$250.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you have a PlayStation console, then yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. But I mean, it ain't worth $250 for me. I don't know. Let me find one. No, I'm not. No, bro, I'm not buying another one, man.
Yeah, don't buy it, man. Just
No,
wait for
no,
the
I'm not buying it.
PS5. That'll be the next
Yeah.
big video game purchase.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm definitely gonna cop that this year. So we'll see what ends up
And see,
happening.
look, we're talking about video games. That's exactly why I can't do these at-home workouts, bro. Because then
Exactly.
I don't ever, and that's why I feel like I prefer a gym membership because, some people are the suckers that buy the memberships and don't go. Those are the preferred customers for the. I know I'm guilty too, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like if you do go on get a routine going, right?
Yeah.
You go to the gym. What are you gonna do? You gotta work out. There ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
There's no distractions. You
Yeah.
gotta work out. You're there for
Yeah.
that one purpose, right? These
Yeah.
at-home workouts, it's great if you can make it work, but it just depends on the person. For me, dude,
Yeah.
I can't make it work. I know for a fact I can't make it work
I mean,
consistently. You know what I mean? Consistently.
yeah, I feel you. I feel
Yeah.
you. So moving on. What else we got on tap today, man?
What else we got on tap?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that we can go straight to the dope or nope right now, because
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this for a while. Like I used to be okay. Here, topic first. Apple Maps. Apple
Okay.
Maps.
Okay.
And Android users need no apply. I'm just kidding. But
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
for
this
sure.
is the thing. Like I've always used historically I've used Google Maps or Waze, basically.
Okay.
Waze is great, but I swear to save 2 or 3 minutes, it'd be bringing you into the hood, man, and in that sketch city all the
Yeah.
time. Like it makes you go out of your way to save like 2 minutes. So I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? This is too much. I don't Waze, whatever. Google
Yeah.
Maps was always my go-to because it always showed you like faster routes, potentially faster routes. Apple Maps used to bring people off cliffs. It used to redirect people, and
Apparently, yeah.
they end up in the desert or under the Grand Canyon or something like that. So I never really trusted Apple Maps, but Apple, I think they definitely updated it because they were supposed to update it with this new iOS update, and I've been using it since. And the question is it dope or is it nope, right? My personal opinion, man, it's been pretty reliable. I'm surprised at how much better, and even like the interface is really visually appealing too. So for me, it's been working pretty well. I haven't used Google Maps since.
So great topic actually. So I've been like Apple Maps day one, bro. Like since
Really?
day one. Yeah.
Oh, dude, hey, and you're here to talk about it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, like well, not I mean, so my last three cars have actually had GPS in them too. So I've
Okay.
always gone off of what my GPS, but I travel a lot, so sometimes I gotta use my phone.
Right.
So for some reason, Google Maps, like I'm very, very impatient. Like I need things like right now, like right now. For
Yeah.
some reason, Apple Maps, like if I put the address in, like it ain't taking long to load. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna automatically pop up. Google Maps used to take forever in a day. I'm like, bro, like I don't have time for this. Like
Yeah.
you would legit wait like 5 to 7 minutes in a city that you have no idea. You're driving and it's taking a long time to like set the GPS, as opposed to Apple Maps. Like I had zero problems like since day one with Apple Maps. Like I know a lot of people like, oh, it sucks, yada yada yada, but I really haven't had any issues with it. So I've actually been able to not, I mean, now that Apple CarPlay, what is it, Google, Android CarPlay, they got that stuff now.
Yeah.
I think Apple had to step their game up because a lot of people are kind of even with, your top one percenters are kind of ditching the whole Navi system in their car and they could just use Waze or Google
Well,
Maps.
yeah, the
But
Navi system in the cars. I mean, I used to
they're
have
starting to
one,
get out.
and
They're starting to get
yeah, I
obsolete,
mean, in
bro.
the Bay Area with the traffic, you want to find the
Yeah,
best route.
yeah,
The one, at least in the car I had, the navigation would not have an accurate ETA.
yeah.
It would show you how to get somewhere, but it
Right.
wouldn't have an accurate depiction of how long it's going to take you.
Yeah.
So, and it
Unless
can
you have like
get,
an OnStar device or something like that where
yeah,
you can
and
call it in.
I'm too cheap for that. I don't have that.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I
But
feel you on that. But I mean, for me personally, like I haven't had any issues using Apple Maps since day one. So I'm ride or die Apple Maps, to be honest with you. Like it's not really done me really dirty. But I mean, I could see why people seem a little frustrated, but
yeah.
like Google Maps for me just takes way too freaking long to like just get set up and for you to get on the road. It's just like, bro,
And you
like
know what? Google Maps has been kind of honestly, it's been kind of glitchy for me actually. Like when I set a destination and it starts bringing me it like, you're that arrow right on the
right,
map.
right,
Dude, I'm
right.
not even on the road. I'm like on the
Exactly.
side. I'm like, what's going on? And what's
And you
funny,
don't
I
know which
was
way to start.
yeah, and then I yeah, and I was out with my coworker about a month ago, right? And
Mhm.
I told him, I was like, yo, man, Apple Maps is a lot better. Try it. He's like, Apple Maps? Hell no, I ain't using Apple Maps.
Right.
So he uses Google Maps, right? So I was like, okay. So the first place we met at, uh, I, you know, he used Google Maps, whatever. I use Apple Maps. We met there. Then when we left to go, like, basically we met at one place, and then I just left my car there, got in his car to go to the other appointments we had. So
Right.
he used Google Maps, and while we're going, it brought him the wrong way. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, see, and that's what Apple Maps used to do. But dude, Apple Maps stepped it up, man. Props to
I have
Apple.
yeah, like I haven't had any issues with Apple Maps, bro. Like
It's funny
I
you
don't
never had any problems. Like a lot of
I
people
never
have, but I can say
Yeah.
that I don't now. I had problems before, but not anymore.
I would use Waze before. Like, I just don't like how long it takes Google for it to fire up, bro. Like, it takes hella long, bro. And
Yeah.
then not to mention, like, if you pull up the app, the map app, like, you can just start typing in, and like, it kind of already starts predicting what you're doing, as opposed to Google Maps. Like, I don't know, bro. It just takes hella long. Like, I'm very, very impatient when it comes to like I have a big, especially when I'm going to different cities, like getting lost in different cities is no joke.
Yeah.
And like I just feel like Google Maps just takes way too long for you to like get on the road, and it's like, oh, you should be turning around in the other direction. And then like the turn, like it'll be like you need to turn, but then like you've already crossed the street and you've already missed the goddamn like the doggone turn. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like so I've always had like just terrible issues with Google, bro. So I've just been like, well, if I always been like, Apple can't be that worse than Google, bro. And it hasn't been that bad, man. Like I use Apple Maps all the time when I'm in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Doesn't do me any wrong.
I say it's
So
good. I say it's good. I mean, it's improved a lot, and I
it's done a
say
lot better, bro.
I'd say dope for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
Like,
I still don't delete Google Maps. I still use it to like do
I
the
have
street
it.
view.
Yeah.
But you know, Apple Maps supposed to be
I would say Apple
updating that
Maps
too.
Waze than Google Maps.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I don't really like Waze though, but
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just lazy, bro. Like, ain't nobody got time to be sitting there flipping through different apps to figure out which way is the best way. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
that's
Like,
fine.
I just need to get there safely, soundly, and just the best way, bro. Like, that's the way I'm at this day.
And the last point, comparing Google Maps with Apple Maps, my commute in the morning, if there was no traffic to get from my house to my job, 25 minutes.
That's not
With
bad.
it's not, but it's never no
I know.
traffic.
Yeah.
So with traffic, I mean, it ranges anywhere between 45 minutes to like an hour or so, which is still not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
compared to others. Yeah.
you know, I when we went to San Diego, when we drove up from here to San Diego, to get to LA to San Diego took almost as long as getting from my house to LA. So I ain't complaining anymore.
Yeah.
I have to going through
I,
that.
I
But
feel
I
you,
will
bro.
say, Google Maps, man, the ETA that it provides is not accurate. I
I
find
feel the
that,
same way. Yeah.
yeah, I find like Apple Maps, like when when it's bringing me a certain route, it's accurate. Like it's pretty accurate. Probably like a few minutes off, but for the most part, it's not like Google Maps where it says I'll get here, and then I end up being there like 15, 20 minutes later. At least in the
Yeah,
Bay
I
Area.
feel it. I
So
feel you. Yeah, you're right about that. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Shout out to Apple for stepping their game up, man.
stepping it up. Like they really did.
Yeah,
They really did.
yeah. So
They're not ever the first to do something great, but when they
figure it out.
it's great.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree. So, yeah, moving along, man. What else we got today, man? Is that
Well,
it or?
we have I mean, we're 42 minutes in. There is a fight this weekend. I'm gonna get to watch. You already know.
So, confession.
Yeah. What's up?
Confession.
Yeah.
So, I was all right. I was actually gonna go to the fight this weekend.
Then what happened?
My uncle passed away.
Oh yeah, and condolences, man.
So, my cousin and I, we talked about it actually, and he was like, "I want to go to the fight," and I was just like,
Why wouldn't you, man? It's a good
"Well,
time.
no, like he was, it was just the most random thing that I never expected him to
Oh,
say."
he's not really into
Well, he
it,
just watches like, I don't know how to explain it.
like a casual.
Kind of, sort of, and like it's kind of, so he draws. So he was just like, I just didn't expect him to be like, oh, I want to go to some, like, everybody knows me. Like, I always have my other podcast, sports business. So like that's something I would have been like, yeah, I'm down to go. So when he said, I was just like, word, and he was like, yeah, man, I want to go. He was like, do you want to go with me? I was just like, nah, I mean, well, if you want to go, then I guess we'll go. That'd be a cool little time for us to catch up and kick it. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the tickets actually weren't that bad.
What's the average price, man?
The average price I saw dropped down under 300. So I think I saw it down to about 280. but they may have dropped down again. So I haven't actually.
Nosebleeds, or was it good seats?
No, so I saw some seats that were like in the 100 section. I just sat there not too long ago for a hockey game, and those were going for about $320, which is actually pretty good. Mind you, this is a guy that paid over $200 some odd to go see Bruno Mars in the same arena. So,
Fair. Okay.
In the nosebleeds at that.
Oh, okay.
So I said the nosebleeds.
Damn, Bruno, what you, man, ripping people on? No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, he out here finessing people, bro. Like, finessing.
He made that song.
Yeah, so, yeah, we out here tripping and finessing, right? So I was actually gonna go to the fight. But like I said, we all have to go back to California this weekend, for family reasons. But, I mean, where you watching the fight at, bro?
At home. My coworker asked if I wanted to go with them to like Buffalo Wild Wings. They always played at Buffalo Wild Wings in Concord, so no cover charge. But I'm gonna have my nephews coming over this weekend, so I just feel.
How far are you from Sacramento?
About an hour 15.
What time does the fight start?
7. The main card starts at 7.
Okay, let's talk offline. Maybe yeah.
But I just wanted to kind of talk about. I know last time we talked, there were a lot of bad things to say about Conor, but I will say, and I'm a fan, of course, but I don't give him a pass for any of the crap he did. That's been proven that he did. Okay.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So he's really still, but you can imagine. I mean, he's rich, young. I'm not gonna judge him for it, but based off of how he's been this fight week and how he's approached this fight, man, it's kind of cool. Like, he's very.
I feel like it's low-key somewhat superficial, and it's almost like I think he's taking Cowboy Cerrone a little bit more serious as opposed to Khabib, Nate Diaz. Like, I think he's actually finally respecting his opponents.
Oh yeah, Cowboy deserves the respect. This is the thing, like,
and they don't have no beef with each other, and like
they don't. They both actually respect each other a lot. So it's kind of cool to see the interaction between them. Khabib or Habib, I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce the K or not. Him and McGregor, they don't like each other. So look, I know, like, in this situation, McGregor's like very respectful, and that's cool. But don't get me wrong. If he was to fight Habib again, it ain't gonna be nice.
Or Masvidal is saying that he's already ready.
Oh yeah, Masvidal. That's gonna be. It'll be a fun interaction. Like,
so, that's what I'm saying. So, but here's the thing: what if he loses to Cowboy, which can actually happen?
And it definitely can happen. People like Cowboy's the bigger guy, no doubt.
Isn't he favored?
No, he's a plus 280, and Conor's a minus 300. The last I checked.
Oh.
So, I mean, Conor's the smaller guy. He's coming.
But they're fighting at 170, right?
They're fighting at 170. Conor's request. Conor's going up to 170, and Cowboy's cutting to 170. So, Cowboy is the bigger guy. He has a lot of more tools in his arsenal, but I don't know, man. Cowboy said, "Why would I want to use my wrestling? I'm a strike with this man."
Yeah, like
I don't know if he's BSing or if he's. If I had to guess, I'd say he's not lying. He wants to probably scrap because he's that type of dude. So
if he loses, he meaning Conor, then what happens?
Well, they always have Conor versus Nate 3. Nate lost his last fight, so that's never going away. That trilogy is always going to be there for him.
But is it going to be as big of a draw as it would have been Conor Masvidal or Conor Khabib? Like,
I think Conor Diaz is a huge draw. No matter what.
I think if he loses, like, this puts a bad spot on MMA. Like, overall, I think, like, because he is the great white hope as far as marketing, and the fact that this dude hasn't won a fight in over 3 years. 2016 is the last time he fought one, right?
Yep.
2016. So we're talking about almost 3+ years, going on 4 years if he doesn't win.
He wasn't active at all in 2019, so
right.
Year of not being even in there. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be bad for MMA. I mean, it's gonna be bad for Conor because I think this is a fight he needs.
But I mean, who else can you market after Conor though? Like,
Israel Adesanya, man. Hey Masvidal, there's some stars. They just have to book them right. You know what I'm saying? Like Nunes, it should be a star, and
I don't know why she doesn't get it. I don't know why she doesn't get enough. I think she's like
she has a great
they need to,
story. She's a
they need
beast.
to they need to gas her up like they was gassing Ronda Rousey up.
Yeah.
Like she should be on that same type of level, and they ain't showed her that type of love yet. Which
maybe
I
it's
don't.
because maybe it's because of her lack
Language,
of
language.
but
And
her
she's
English
trying
is getting a lot better.
a lot better. Like I don't have a problem with Nunez. Like I like her a lot, bro.
She's
Like,
hella good, man. I mean, female goat might be one of the goats.
yeah,
Period, bro. I mean,
for sure.
she beat everybody, so it's like
Cyborg, Ronda Rousey,
Ronda, Holly Holm. She beat everybody. Valentina
yeah.
Shevchenko is the
And it's not
125
even
champ right now.
close. And they're
Yeah,
not even close fights. Like she's demolishing everybody. Like
100%.
I don't know. Like she's probably one of the goats of all, like male or female.
Period. Yeah, period.
Like
man.
she's on that Anderson Silva level, bro.
Her resume speaks for itself, you know.
She's got a mean resume, bro.
Her story is cool. Her and her fiance, they're both like
MMA fighters, right?
yeah, they train the same place and they're very likable as a couple. Like
yeah,
it's I mean that's easy money right there.
Yeah, so
book them right, but
I
don't think it'll be the end of MMA. But
no, I'm not saying it's the end of MMA. It's just going to be harder for them to find a person to market. Like,
yeah,
I almost kind of want Conor to win. I need like UFC needs this dude to win, and I know like it's not a Pop-Tart fight, but it is a Pop-Tart fight because you just don't know what you're going to get out of Cowboy Cerrone. But
yeah,
like who's to say if he hit him with a one-hit quitter? Like, bro, like it's not looking good for Conor if he loses, bro. Like you said, he can go to Nate. He can do the Nate 3 fight. Cool. But do you put that on pay-per-view?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. You got to put on pay-per-view.
For the casual, or this is just me. I can't see someone saying, "Yeah, I want to pay for a dude who hasn't won in over 4 years." Like that's almost you almost got to low key get that as a freebie. I think you do. I think. But I mean,
they can't put that on a free card, man. They can't.
They say Conor's making like $80 million off of this fight tomorrow night.
That's what he's guessing, and Dana's like, that's probably pretty close.
Damn.
And Cowboy just I read that Cowboy just got a new contract right before this fight, and they negotiated, and he's getting the bread that he deserves. So good for him. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I hope Conor wins.
I don't know. It's an exciting fight. I mean,
who else is on the undercard? I haven't looked at anything else.
The rest of the card is not that great, but the co-main is Holly Holm versus shoot, I should have this up. I almost cussed. Raquel Pennington. Meh.
Who they play for? Who we play for?
Oh, my cousin just texted me and said there's a new Eminem song. Oh, okay, I'll check that out later. Let me see. UFC 246. Is it 246? Yeah, it's 246.
Yeah, it's 246.
So this is the main card. Yeah, Conor, Cerrone, then Holly Holm, Pennington, then Olenek versus Maurice Green. I don't know who they are, but in the heavyweight division. So hopefully it's just one round. That's it. Then you got Claudia Gadelha versus Alexa Grasso. That's good, but that's not like main event pay-per-view card worthy in my opinion. Grasso's dope. She's I think she's fighting out of Mexico. She's dope. And Gadelha is Brazilian. Then Anthony Pettis is opening the card, which is dope, but I don't know who the hell he's fighting. Some dude named Carlos Diego Ferreira. And, you know, I follow the sport a lot. I mean, he's 16-2, so he's good. But honestly, I follow this. You know, I really like UFC and stuff. But I don't know who he is, bro. But the prelim card is pretty fire. And I won't go through the whole list. There's nobody really that's a household name, but
Johnny Walker, is he fighting?
No, man. He just lost.
Oh, he did?
He lost. He fought a few months ago. He got.
I didn't know he lost.
Yeah, knocked out. Corey Anderson knocked him out.
Oh, dang.
So,
dang. So, yeah. I mean,
you still got John Jones in the mix. Like, we're just talking about
he's
stars.
Fighting next month.
Yeah, he's fighting Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody beating John Jones anytime soon.
John Jones is only beating John Jones, bro.
Correct.
I might just show up to the main event tomorrow night, bro. Or it's Saturday night.
It's not Friday yet.
Yeah, it's Saturday. I might just show up to the main event, bro, and just kind of, I'll be there. Just send me your addy. I'll be there, bro. Yeah, I'll be there. That's what I'll do. So I've made plans for Saturday night right here live on the Lions Den podcast.
I'm trying.
So
Yeah. So yeah, we'll plan it out.
I'll plan it. I got you. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll watch it. At least main card starts at 7.
Probably won't start till 8:30, 8:45, 9.
Because I'm coming from SAC, so I should leave SAC around 7 then.
Yeah. Yeah, just let me know.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll talk about it offline.
Yeah, post production.
So.
Anywho's, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch UFC 246. I can't even tell you when's the last time I watched. I think last time I watched the actual UFC fight was when I was at UFC 238. John Jones against gosh, I can't think of that dude's name. Chris, what's his last name? Chris.
Wait, what? Wait, UFC, what was it, 238?
I believe it was 238. Tyrone Woodley lost that welterweight championship against Usman, right?
Yeah.
So it was that card.
Oh, hold on.
And I think Nunez was on that card too, come to think of it.
Yeah. Let me see. It was 235.
235. Was Nunez on that card?
Let's see. It was John Jones beat Anthony Smith.
That's what his name was.
Woodley lost to Usman and
barely lost. He barely beat that dude.
And Lawler beat Ben Askren to a pulp and then got put in a bulldog.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Zhang. That was a good card.
Wait, who else was on that card? So Ben Askren, I mean, he made his debut. He was losing. And he hit Robbie Lawler with a one-hitter quitter.
Yeah. Then it was Tisha Torres versus Weili Zhang, who's the champion now, who Joanna Jędrzejczyk is going to fight next. Ooh, yeah. That's a good scrap. Then Cody Garbrandt fought Pedro Munoz.
Gotcha. Okay.
Out. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a dope card, actually. It was a good card. It was a stat card. So, yeah, I think that's the last time I seen UFC, bro.
That's a long time.
It is.
The last time I saw a UFC card was the last UFC card, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
they've had a card. They've consistently had like a card every weekend, and then I think this is done on purpose, man. Where they didn't have a single event for 3 weeks, and the first event of the year is Conor, the main event.
I think so.
It's good, Mark. It's good. It's a good strategy because now everyone's like, "Where's my MMA?" Versus, just like when we usually talk about WWE, like Raw 3 hours long every week is like, "Yo, I can't sit through this anymore."
Yeah.
So this is kind of good where they gave it a little break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Side note, AEW's been killing NXT ratings, bro.
I've seen. It's bad.
Like, it's bad. It's bad.
Some people are like, oh, but they're not beating Raw. I'm like, yeah, but it's different level, though, man. Raw's been around for so long.
Raw's been almost for 30 years now.
Yeah, bro. So you can't compare that yet. Come on, man.
Not to mention, NXT had like a 2-week head start against AEW at that. So I don't know. Like, I haven't really watched. I can't even tell you when's the last time I watched NXT. Like, that's how.
I haven't watched anything. I watched a little bit of AEW. I watched
AEW yesterday for the first time in maybe like a week and a half, just because I've been sick. Like, bro, being sick and like TV is just bad. Like, man. So I watched.
What else you gonna do, right?
Exactly, bro. You're either gonna watch TV or you're just gonna fall asleep. So I watched AEW last night, and man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Outside of the women's division, like, it's not bad. Like, it's actually pretty enjoyable. It's pretty good to watch. Like, it's not. I can tolerate it, as opposed to
the women's portion of it is probably I hate to say it, but it's kind of like the opposite of like WWE, right? In WWE, I feel like the women's division is very strong.
It's saving them.
Exactly. Them. When I watch an AEW, I'm like, man, what is this, man? It's just
garbage, bro. Like, if you took, if you were able to, if AEW was able to scoop up Sasha Banks, let's see. So we're not even talking like your Paige or your Charlotte's, but so you take Sasha Banks, Bayley, Ember Moon.
Man, she is so underutilized, bro.
She's been injured too, though.
Oh, true.
So she's
Asuka
been injured.
Too. They turn Asuka.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not even talking about your top echelon. So we're going right here.
Mid card.
Yeah. So Nia Jax will be a beast out there in AEW, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking at her dead in the face. The Southern Belle Sassy, whatever they call her.
What the hell's her name?
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans. Yeah.
So you bring Lacey Evans, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Bailey. Who else would thrive over that?
What happened to Glow?
She's garbage, bro. Like that gimmick is terrible, bro.
It's a little entertaining at least, though.
Bro, that makes me sick to my stomach. Like it's so corny.
Well,
I get it's for kids. I get it's for kids, but God,
how about No Way
Naomi.
Jose, man? You like No Way Jose?
I could dig it, bro. Like I could dig that more than
I like that. Yeah.
I could dig that more than that whole Naomi filler. Like, bro, that is so corny, bro. Like it's cringeworthy. Like it's super duper corny.
But her athletic ability is on.
She would be pretty good in AEW actually. So you take her stupid gimmick away, she's actually pretty dope. So you put her in AEW. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you could take like a lot of the fluff that the WWE women's division has and put it over in AEW, and it would be so much better, bro. Yeah. It would be a seamless company at that point, I think. Because that Rio chick is just not doing it as a champion. Like she reminds me of Enzo. Like I don't know what her finishing move is, bro.
I don't know. She's just not convincing to me. And you know what? You know, I always, man, we gotta support the Asians. But come on, man.
I'm Japanese and I can't support that, bro.
You're the same actual
yeah, Asian, she's my fellow country person. Yeah. Like
I'm quarter Japanese too, so
I can't even support it, bro. I can't support it, bro. It's bad.
Yeah, it's not convincing, man. She's so little. I don't know. I understand the story that they're trying to get with it, like. It's a fighting champion, but come on, after a while.
She ain't even been fighting all like that. She was gone for like 3 weeks, so.
Yeah.
I guess, man, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Like, I haven't really tuned in as much as I used to. I remember I texted you I think it was like a week or two ago. I was watching SmackDown on Friday evening, and
man, you must have had nothing to do if you was doing that, bro.
I was just chilling that day. I mean, my wife was watching, and then my son was watching too. My son likes it when it's on.
I think they said SmackDown didn't even register as one of the top 50 shows. That was NXT last week is what it was. Yeah. NXT last week didn't even register as one of the top 50, so they didn't have enough data to pull because it didn't. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
bad.
I don't know what's wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure NXT has a pretty good show. Like, I don't understand why people aren't watching it.
I mean, I haven't really tuned in and watched the whole show in a long time, but. When I look at some clips and something, yeah, this looks like to be an entertaining.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Right. So,
like, if anything, we should watch that and not watch Raw because Raw is straight trash. It's been trash for. I mean, I hate to be a negative Nelly, but it's just not been great. I mean, to me, it's not been great. Obviously, if it can't keep me engaged, I'm not even tuning in anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. So
Royal Rumble, isn't this Royal Rumble this weekend too?
Next weekend.
See, I don't even know what Royal Rumble is, man.
And the only reason why I thought it was this weekend is because I was like, dang, they're gonna have it against the NFC and AFC championship game. That's pretty smart.
Yeah. They really want to fail, right?
Exactly. So it's actually next weekend, and I don't know, bro. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. I guess I have to watch it just so I have an idea of what they're going to do for WrestleMania, but from what inside sources are saying, like, it's like time's ticking to start coming up with this WrestleMania program, and they haven't even got started on it. So it's like making a lot of people start like panicking, and like nobody really knows what they're going to do, and it's starting to make people like look at Vince like, bruh, what the hell's going on around here? Like, we need to start coming up with the card. Like, it should be already like.
That's a problem too, right? You want time to build the story.
Exactly.
And versus just feeling like something's rushed and just put together hella randomly just to put it together to make sure it meets a certain deadline.
Right.
I want those storylines, bro. I need to get in those storylines, but I can't because the storylines are just nothing.
Who's the SmackDown Women's Champion right now? Is it Bailey?
Is it Charlotte? Is it Bailey?
Is it Bailey?
It was Bailey. I don't know if it still is.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me to start lying.
All right, Google.
I think it's Bailey.
SmackDown Women's SmackDown champion is
Bailey, right?
It doesn't. It's so bad. I'm Google searching it, and usually when you Google search something, it'll just tell you straight up on top like what you're looking for. It's not even telling me. That's terrible, bro. The champion right now is
Bailey, right?
What the hell? Yeah, Bailey. She's still the champion. Charlotte before Bailey. So Bailey had it, then Charlotte had it, now Bailey has had it since October 11th.
Asuka faces Becky at Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And of course, she's not gonna win. Becky's gonna win. I mean, that's pretty easy prediction, right? I'd say.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to shape up as far as the Royal Rumble winners and the men's and the women's. Men's, I don't know what they plan on doing with this whole Brock Lesnar coming in at number one. Like
they're gonna, you know, what's gonna have to happen is they're gonna have to have a really good surprise entrant, and that surprise entrant is gonna have to win and eliminate Brock, and then whoever that surprise entrant is gonna be the main event against Brock at WrestleMania.
Cena?
I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen it before. No pun intended. You can't see.
Yeah.
It. But yeah, the CM Punk.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Never see. Has that ever happened? No. Look, CM Punk versus Brock.
I don't know if I want to see that though.
Paul Heyman is a Brock Lesnar guy, and remember he was a CM Punk guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a story though.
There's
a story.
It is.
But actually, the CM Punk, I mean, that spark is not really there anymore. But that's kind of interesting.
Like I don't know. It is interesting.
Who else though? Who else is gonna face Brock and for it to be even slightly entertaining or intriguing?
He ain't coming. The Rock.
No, he's not now.
Not now. He ain't coming, but that would be the most.
That would be interesting, but yeah, that'd be. I mean, you can never go wrong with The Rock, man.
You can't. You can't go wrong with The Rock. Like, I can't think of anybody right now. Triple H.
No more Triple H, and he just be the COO and not wrestle anymore, man.
Yeah.
Let the wrestlers wrestle, man.
And that's why I have my beef with him. It's like, okay, you're trying to say that NXT is like this brand, but every year in WrestleMania, you have to make like this bigger than, larger than, like you always have to have the best ring entrance. Like you always have to try to one up everyone. It's like, bro, you're low key kind of like Vince McMahon right now. Like you're trying to make it about you a little bit. That kind of annoys me a little bit with him.
It does. I do appreciate and enjoy and am entertained by his entrances. But yeah, to your point, it does kind of come off kind of douchebaggy. You know?
It is a little douchebaggy to me, and it's a little contradictory as well.
Yeah.
That like he's the voice that's gonna save WWE, and I'm like, is he?
I know,
because he kind of does He does have a little narcissism in him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's okay to tell your dad-in-law that, hey, bro, I don't have to be in WrestleMania. If I am, like, you don't have to make my entrance the most grandest of the grand. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure he requests it, but
of course he does. Like, there's no way he's not sitting there saying, "Nah, I'm good." Like, no. So,
I can't imagine anybody else that would even. But they have to do. See, that's why the one thing I like about Royal Rumble is like the surprise entrance and just the surprise of.
But they've already filled out 20 people already are confirmed. So
yeah, like so who else? You know, like.
And the 20 that they put in are just fluff at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, is there somebody that hasn't been around for a while? No. I don't know, man. Like, who has enough star power to go against to go against Brock at WrestleMania? Like, this is going to be the main event. What can be the main event at this point? Randy Orton?
Ugh.
I mean, he's good, but it's not like main. It doesn't like make me go, ooh, I need to tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, I personally like Randy Orton, but
I like him too. But I don't know about him and Brock at WrestleMania. We've already seen that too. So
we've seen everything. That's the problem.
That's why I said like, it's CM Punk.
Brock versus Vince McMahon.
So it's got to be CM Punk, The Rock, which I don't see that happening. But
here's another problem with that. You have to go back to the older guys, the guys that from a prior era.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody in this present era that has that star power. It's crazy, man. And in a product where you get to plan out the finishes, God, man, there should be some stars right now,
AJ
man.
Styles is a star.
He is, but we've seen that too.
I know, we've seen that too. That's what I'm saying.
and they were pretty good matches. And
It
I'm
was
like,
actually AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar were not that bad. Actually,
yeah,
those are
I
pretty good.
enjoyed them. Yeah.
Demon Finn Balor. I'm
The
reaching
Fiend.
out.
The Fiend.
No, I don't need
Unite the
no.
titles. Unite the titles.
I don't want to see no more. Like, there's just gonna be no selling each other all night long.
The main event's gonna be just a big red light in the ring the whole time.
Everyone's just gonna be no selling everything. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to see that. I'll get up and
They're
walk
both
out.
good. No, actually, Brock sells a lot better than Bray. I mean, but that's part of Bray's character, I guess, is to
Yeah,
not
it's like,
sell.
yeah. So now I'll be going to my car leaving if that's the case.
The story that makes sense because having two world titles is kind of stupid. Like, I understand the different brands, but
Yeah, like I'm just
stupid.
not.
It doesn't make
Yeah.
like the championships don't feel that pristine if there's two of them.
No. Trying to think, who else could just show up?
Kane's gonna show up.
Kane, Taker.
Yeah, Big Show's coming. Big Show.
Big Show. Yeah.
I mean, he's looking in shape. He's looking pretty good. But
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to say it, probably Cena, bro.
I wouldn't be mad at that though, because
I wouldn't be mad at it either. Actually, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, Cena at this point is probably one of their, even though he's kind of part time now too. But
I don't even know if he's considered part time. Like, is this like from what I've been told? Like, he ain't really wrestling. I guess I don't know, bro. Like, this is hard. It's making my head hurt.
Goldberg.
I mean, actually, I wouldn't be mad at that. We know it'd be quick.
Oh man, yeah, it'll be quick.
It'd be quick. I know that.
Watch it not be.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost killed Undertaker, so I don't really know if I want to see
that. Yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, it's so slim pickings. Like, I don't know. I just
creative right now, but yeah, I hate to be creative.
I hate to say it, like, I would almost be okay with Brock winning.
Just for the shock value, I guess.
I think so, because I can't think of, like what you said, who has enough star power to just come in there, eliminate him, and then build a program like.
Yeah, and if he's number one and he wins, at least he'll like put in work.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm totally okay with that if that's the case. So.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But then the main thing at the end of the day, before Brock's over, like finished, they need to build somebody through him. Like. Yeah, somebody has to go over on him. But so especially if they're gonna build him to this point where he's gonna be the number one entrant and win.
Yeah.
And he beat the Undertaker streak, man. All of the accolades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they can build somebody with that. Aleister Black. I like Aleister Black a lot.
I like Aleister Black. That'd be kind of dope.
Dude is sharp, man. But
yeah, he's legit. I don't know, bro. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think I will tune into Royal Rumble just for shock value.
I might get the network just to watch it. And then cancel again.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or just use a new email and just say you're a new customer.
Disclosure, WWE. Don't tell WWE, but I've done that about 3 times already.
Oh, well, there you go.
I do have. I mean, they were legit emails though. So hey.
That's what I'm saying. That's if you like. I have 4 legit emails. So
yeah.
Another
one. Maybe I'll use. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I
give him $10, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I give him. Yeah, you might as well give him the 10. Yeah, I guess I'll watch it, but at this point, I'm kind of rooting for Brock just for shock value.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any situation, outcome that would really like excite me.
Even if CM Punk comes, I'm not gonna be excited about that.
I think the general audience would, though. I'm pretty sure he'll probably get a good pop though if his music plays.
He'll get a good pop. It's just like I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if he does come, he has to come eliminate, and they have to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Yeah, like, he'll have to eliminate Brock.
That's the only way it works. Anything less of that, it's again. But stranger things have happened.
Hey, CM Punk comes right, and then the last 2 in there, Paul Heyman distracts Brock. CM Punk eliminates him. Turns on Brock, then Brock becomes a babyface.
Possibly.
I don't know. I'm really just
Yeah.
I'm reaching.
Yeah.
So
So, anyways, man, tell me where we can find you at, Brody.
on the Instagram, it's Mycomania, Mikeomania, and on Twitter, it's I am Mike01.
And once again, my name is Eric, aka Moneycompton. You can find me on the gram at Moneycompton. You can also find me on the Twitterverse at Eric T. Compton. And yeah, you can also catch me on the Sports Business Podcast, available on all other podcasts that you get them at. So other than that, man, I ain't got nothing else, Brody.
Got nothing else here either.
Hey, we'll catch you on the flip side next week, man.
Lions Den. Peace.
Peace.